Well, I have a special guest with me today, Sara. Hi. Welcome back.
Yes, nice to be here again.
I know this is a busy time for you with tax season, and so I'm so happy that you were able to come back and update us on what's happening with the business and the world of taxes.
Sure, yeah. Well, yeah, I'm definitely in the busy season, but like I tell everybody, it's my favorite time of year. I really love what I do, so
sure.
And it's really fun.
A little bit of the history for the folks that might have missed last time you were around.
My dad started the business around 1978, so about 42 years we've been around. I've been the owner now for about 5 years. We are located in an old post office building, so there's a lot of history there.
An incredible building.
Yeah,
Man, your dad and your family did an incredible job with that.
Thank you.
What an asset to our community.
Yeah, we actually just changed the pictures up there so you can see more Fairmont history.
Oh, how fun.
Yeah, so anybody can come down and check it out. But yeah, we enjoyed keeping up our work with doing tax returns and payroll information and working with farmers and their planning throughout the year.
What would you say, your favorite part of what you do?
Okay. My favorite part is actually just sitting down with people and hearing their story.
Okay.
I love my client appointments when they come in, and the older ones I get to hear how they got to where they are, and the younger ones I get to hear about where they want to be.
Their plans?
Yeah, their plans, and it's just really great to hear everybody's input about why they're in Fairmont, what brought them here, why they left but still come back all the time.
And your tax person is going to know in a few minutes all about your life too.
Right.
So I'm sure they're more than happy to share the whole story.
Absolutely. And sometimes sharing that story helps me figure out how I can save them more money with taxes.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
What things are you working on this spring that would help people that want to get their taxes done? I'm assuming it's not too late to contact you for a new person who might.
Oh, absolutely. We're always taking new clients on. That's fine. But please don't call on April 14th, of course.
Right.
I will happily help you file an extension at that point. But absolutely, we're still taking new ones. And I guess the new thing this year is the new W-4s and making sure those are filled out correctly. You're not required to fill out a new one unless you start a new job, but that's just to align with the new tax laws.
Is there quite a few changes this year in comparison?
There's
or is there always a lot of changes?
So in comparison to last year, which was a complete overhaul, the most in 30 years,
sure.
There is not a lot of new changes, just some new interpretations of the tax laws, and a lot of them have been in the taxpayer's favor.
Okay.
Minnesota has aligned with the federal standard deduction, which actually is working in the favor of most clients, and Minnesota needs to help people out a little bit more with taxes.
That's awesome.
So, yeah. A lot more people are taking advantage of the 529 credit, and you have till April 15th to participate with that.
What is that?
So the 529 is a college savings plan for, it doesn't even have to be a dependent, but usually people start them for their children.
Oh, sure.
And so if you put money into it, Minnesota offers a credit for that, and it can be between $500 and $3,000. So
wow.
Yeah, so it can be substantial. Another piece people don't think about is, a lot less people are itemizing now. The standard deduction is now $24,400 for a married couple. You could still get a credit on Minnesota for charitable deductions, so you should still give to your charities like you normally would, and Minnesota will give you a subtraction.
How does that affect a business with the $24,000? They can still use their deductions if it's more than that?
There's no changes with business deductions. Yep, they're all the same. The only thing they took away, and it was kind of actually pretty significant in 2018, was entertainment deductions.
Oh.
You can't take your clients to sporting events and deduct it all anymore. I know. So that was a major change for 2018. So we've kind of had to do some different tax planning things with that piece. But
sure, it must be a constant keeping up with the changes. And
I get a thick book every year.
Oh my goodness!
Yep, it's my Friday night reading material.
Very exciting.
Yep. Yes.
Very exciting. Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, Sara, we've, as you know, there's been a television show in Martin County for the last 25 years.
Yeah.
And as you've seen, I'm sure, we do a segment that we call Martin County Flashback. So why don't we go to one of those right now?
Okay, sounds great.
Martin County on TV, Flashback.
Hi, this is Bonnie with Hometown Focus, and today have I got an interview. This is something I've been working on for some time. We all know Steve Pierce as County Commissioner, CPA, but what I think is cool is he owns the post office. And how many times have you driven by lately and looked in and saw, God, I wonder what's going on in there. Today we're going to have a look-see. Hi, Steve.
Hi.
This is fun.
Yes, it is.
Wide open spaces.
It is. It's getting closed up a little bit, as you can see, but wide open space in here.
When did you get started?
I purchased this almost a year ago, and then, of course, last summer and fall, I did a lot of work myself, kind of fiddled around and did a lot of things, and then actual work by the contractor started the week of Christmas.
Okay. Love the floor. I remember that. Not too many other parts, except I missed the boxes.
Oh, they didn't. They took all the boxes. They didn't even leave me the mail slot, which used to be right behind you here, the brass mail slot. I thought maybe that would stay.
Okay.
Yes, the floor is staying, and I'll have to be able to see up, but you notice that nice skylight above it. How many people knew that was up there?
Oh, beautiful.
Yep.
Just how much would that cost to put that in there if you didn't have it? It would be just
I
a
know
lot.
what it cost to replace the top, but
Steve, do you have trouble getting your mail here?
if we stand here long enough, somebody's going to knock on that door behind the cameraman and try to deliver mail. They always do. I can't figure it out. They think they figure out this isn't open, but...
Yeah. Well, and then it's curious. People want to see what's going on. Many times I walked by here and looked in and thought, oh, Steve, what is happening in there? Today we kind of see. This is all going to be offices?
Yes, it is. We're looking right in the front door of the building, and you look behind us, you'll see the hallway down the center to the back of the building. There'll be a new entryway put on the back, which will probably be more the front of the building just because that's where the parking lot is. Mm-hmm. The suite to whichever side this is on my left, the south side of the building, is what I'm going to occupy. Mm-hmm. There's another suite on the other side, and then, of course, a suite in the back.
Okay. Now, before we started this morning, we kind of went downstairs and saw just the biggest furnace I've ever seen in my whole life, plus all kinds of downstairs areas that can be rented, right?
Well, officially nothing's happening down there. My building permit was the upstairs only. I did, as you saw, make the move to put in a nice stairwell down in the basement. It's amazing that all the money and time that got put into this building, and there was a little 2-foot wide stairwell that went straight down to the basement, virtually unusable. This building is going to last a lot longer than any of us here, and I thought, well, we're going to put in the right stairwell so something can happen in the future.
Okay. Steve, one of the questions that a lot of people talk about is that we often heard through the years that there was an area where perhaps inspectors could come and see what their postal people were doing. Still there?
Not all of it's there. The main thing that's missing, and I'm not sure if we'll be able to get a shot of it, but on the back of us, across the building from north to south, there was a catwalk suspended from the ceiling that was accessible either from this floor or the basement. The inspector was able to come in the back door of the building, be able to look on this floor, be able to go downstairs, go up to the catwalk, look out all the observation windows, or go downstairs and go into the postmaster's office. Right above the cameraman, there's a room. I don't think many people realize that when you walked into the front door of the building, in the vestibule there is a room up there with observation ports that are still exist and will remain.
And will remain?
Yes.
Okay. So theoretically, they looked in, you couldn't see them?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yep. If you were to crawl up there on the front one, which is still there, if you crawl up there, you cannot see your hand in front of your face. That's how dark it is. Everything's painted black, and it's very dark up there.
One thing, Steve, that really amazes me is that just coming in here and seeing the mailboxes and seeing the people there wanting to sell us the stamps, I didn't realize it was so big.
That is a comment that's been made quite a bit, that didn't realize how open it was back here. This is a steel structure with the brick building on top of it. And so it's all, other than the steel posts that go up, it's clear span. It is quite big back here.
And just well lighted. Of course, the skylight's gorgeous, well, and that's staying.
12-foot windows there, they let in a fair amount of light too, and that skylight will shine into both the center, as you can see, and then also to the suites on either side. So.
Okay. Well, I think this is just a kick coming in here and seeing this. I wanted to, but I haven't called you till now. Perhaps when you have people or you get settled, you'd let me come back.
Yes, and it's a full intention that this will be accessible to the public. And you saw some of the things in the back and in the basement and with the boiler and the rooms downstairs. It is my intention to make that accessible as people are able to walk around. We're getting a little bit of a historic district. As they come to see the Opera House, the museum, the church, the Chubb House, they can put this on their tour.
Certainly. Well, I'm just thrilled with this. Thanks, Steve.
You're welcome.
Really
Thanks for having me.
appreciate
I'm
it.
glad to do
Oh, I just think we're going to get comments upon comment. Thanks a
Okay,
lot.
Good.
Martin County on TV, Flashback.
Was that interesting or
That
what?
was really incredible.
Very
Yes.
interesting. Now,
Yeah.
Sarah, I know not only with what you do for a living, but you're very involved in the community in different projects. Share with us, I know last time you talked about the playground.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit, any progress on that or things happening
Yeah,
with that?
actually, we've made a lot of progress. Most of the equipment is up already.
Wow.
And now we're just waiting for springtime so we can get the flooring done, that special pour-in-place flooring. And then we've actually got a couple of donations and a couple offers to put in a musical component.
Wow,
And
really?
Yeah.
A musical component. What does that mean?
So it's different equipment that like wind chimes, drums, and everything, so children can go and play with all of those. So
that's really
and that's
cool.
something we can add after the fact. So that's why we can fundraise for that separately.
Well, good
Yeah,
for you
the
for taking
community's
that
been
on.
so supportive.
I know you have a great group. Is there a Facebook or website?
Yeah,
connected with
absolutely.
that?
You can like us on Facebook. It's Adventure Playground of Fairmont. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Uh-huh.
Other projects you're
Sure.
involved in?
I'm really advocating for the census. Census 2020 this year is very crucial to Fairmont.
Okay.
We're very close to the 10,000 population mark. And if we go below that, we have chances of losing government funding and legislative
really?
representation. So I'm really advocating to everybody to make sure that they go and fill that out so that everybody
Absolutely.
gets accounted for here. Another more fun thing that I'm working on is working with young adults here. It's kind of a slow growing population here in Fairmont, and I'm working with the Chamber and young professionals and Fairmont Area Life to see how we can help more come. And when the young adults come here, how do we help get everybody connected in the community? With our aging population, we need to focus on bringing more young adults to really help Fairmont be young and
Well,
vibrant.
and correct me if I'm wrong, but stating the obvious,
Yeah.
with technology the way it is, and
Yeah.
different things, people can locate to a wonderful community like ours
Absolutely.
that in the past would have had to been in
Yeah.
Minneapolis or even Mankato
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah,
correct?
absolutely. And a lot of young families are finding we have amazing school systems here, and they're finding that they want to come back here and raise their families here because they had a great experience with our schools.
Very cool.
And we're trying to help advertise. There's a lot of job opportunities here that people don't really know about, and there's a lot of recreational and other things going on, and it's just a matter of communicating them and just getting them out
Getting
to
the word
everybody.
out.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely. Yeah.
So very cool.
So that's been really fun connecting with new people.
I bet.
Yeah.
Well, Sarah, it's been great having you on
Yeah.
again. And now, if someone had questions, tax questions, and so, they could give you a call, I'm assuming?
Yep, absolutely. Anytime. We're open 8 to 5.
Okay, and website, Facebook?
Yep, you can like us on Facebook. We got a website. You can email. Just stop in.
Use Messenger?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
that,
absolutely. I
That
send a
Messenger,
lot
I
of stuff.
use that all the time.
Yep.
That's been a great vehicle to touch base
Yeah.
and different things.
Over on
so-
Twitter too.
You are?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you
so
guys are on
you
the
can look
cutting
there
edge.
for- yeah.
Us old timers don't really know
Yes.
much about Twitter.
It's great.
But,
Yeah.
but it's really become a big part of all the businesses,
Yeah.
that's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, Sarah, this has been great fun. Thank you
Thank
for
you for
coming back
having
and
me
see us again. Enjoy the tax season and enjoy meeting the new people. And we would look forward to having you come on again sometime.
Great. Thank you.